Hello, guys. It's me, Philipp Druzhinin from Russia, from Moscow, and with me today, Lady Mutt from Sweden.
Hello there.
I hope you people can join. We wanted to start like in 20 minutes, but uh, it's better now than never. Anyway, so let's wait for some people to join and check the sound. Yeah, sound is okay.
There.
Yep. So, we're gonna try to watch one of these videos of mud,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I can't screen share on my screen. I don't know what's happening. It's just like the second time we tried to stop. Can you screen share like if you do it? I don't know. Because second time we start the hangout and the second time I cannot screen share. I don't know what's happening.
Really?
Yes. Just no button. You can't press anything.
I am terrible at this. Maybe if I had a smaller channel, I could practice. But,
Do you have a green?
Yes, I do. I do have that one, but I just see.
Just try to press it and see what's happening.
I have to just. First, I'm just gonna start the video. It's only 1 minute and 25 seconds long, but you know, will the how does it work with the? Hello, everybody in the chat. I haven't been able to read it yet. But if I start the screen share, does it go full screen, or how does it work?
It just tells you what to do exactly. You press OK a couple of times and then.
But does
You
it go
see,
full screen so you get the whole?
yeah, whatever you see, we see also.
Okay.
Whatever you do on your screen.
So anyway, the topic for tonight is stones and harvest, and this strange phenomenon. I'll just start talking first then. So I'm gonna lower the speed to, is 0.25 too slow? I don't know. We'll try it. There. And let's see. Just gonna. I have to close down some windows. Anyway, there.
Just try to start the screen share and we can see if it's okay, at least. Because if you don't have the
Okay, I
person.
get it now. There. Start screen share. Whoa. Let's do it.
And then you have to like minimize this window of hangout window or
Otherwise,
yes.
they'll see you.
Yes. We
Yeah.
see what you're trying to share.
Sorry. Okay, so here it is. There. Me and Mr. Mudblood. Does it work?
Yeah, but we can hear some voice.
I turned it off.
Okay.
So is it working now?
Yeah.
So it's very short. How do
Yeah,
I end the screen share? Did you see anything?
we see just a player, but you don't press the play button.
I thought I did. I just played it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
So strange.
Yep.
Didn't you see anything at all?
Nothing. Just the
Nothing.
player.
Okay. I saw it. Let's try it
So
again.
now we see like you're trying to press the play.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay, let's start over. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And I will get back to either comment section later because I have not been able to read this chat during this time. So, okay. So where do all these stones come from when for every harvest, every time farmers plow, even though we're aware about there's been floods and there might be stones from buildings, but it's almost as if does the earth produce stones, and if we have this quote unquote gravity, why do the stones come up, and why do they still come? Why is there so many stones still after at least 200 years? What do you say, Philip?
Yeah, we've been talking about this phenomenon in Russia for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and it's coming up like each year with some new facts and stuff like this. But you have a nice point about 200 years of harvesting, really. But it's really the reality is so that people actually find huge stones, not even small one,
Yes, yes.
huge
Huge as
stones,
well.
and they find it each year on the same field that they checked last year. So it's like the stones are raising through the ground, and it's really the phenomenon. And we also saw some pictures from Nevada, of some desert or something like this. When we see the traces of the stones, probably it's fake, but we have to check this information about the crawling stones, so-called crawling stones, and we see the traces of them crawling. So it's really a big deal. And the what type of this stones do you have in? In fact, they told that the Scandinavia itself and Sweden is raising each year like a centimeter or something like this. Is it true?
I'm so sorry. Anyway. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Have you heard what I said?
No, not the last sentence. I had to
Uh,
turn off
uh,
this my cell phone.
they say like the Scandinavia and Sweden itself is raising each year like a centimeter or something like this. So it's like the level of the land is raising. Have you heard something
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, yeah. Especially some parts of it. And I have visited. It's a place called Höga Kusten, and anyway, so it's called land racings, I think, in Swedish or Swedish. Landshöjningar. And do you see the whole screen, or do you just see?
Yes, we see what you're sharing. We see the
Okay.
stones.
Yeah. So
The people, these are the stones they find on the fields, right? During the harvest.
it's
So
cool that when you choose one specific. Yeah.
so I'm thinking like the earth itself and the soil itself is mm, like a sponge, like SpongeBob from
Yeah.
the cartoon.
Yeah.
So the sponge is like some very slowly moving, uh, and it can intake many water inside. and it can hold it for a while, and even produce some humidity like a fog and something like this. But inside of it, we can find the concrements that the water brings, and those concrements crystallize in some maybe um, stones, little rocks, like we have in our kidneys, like the same process. So, and those stones could probably be raising towards the pressure because they have more what do you say, more weight in a cubic inch than a soil, so it's like more solid.
Yeah.
And due to, in fact, lack of gravity on our land, we don't have gravity. It's pressurizing out because it has a huge volume, and so sponge can actually pressurize the stones out of the sponge. So
Yeah.
stones don't stick in the sponge for very deep length, right? So you can still wash them out. So it's like, okay, I think it's like a sponge. So it's like a filter between the what is below and what is above.
Yeah.
So probably this is the reason that it's being pushed out of of this soil. So many rocks.
But also, there's so many different kinds of rock. So you can find different with different minerals and different. So there are different names. I only know the Swedish names of these uh, different kinds of rock. So how can you find in the same field so many different kinds of shapes and so many different? Some are cut, some are round. Uh, I have taken more photos, but I have not. I might even do a follow-up video on this.
Yeah, no, it's an abstract question because
It is.
if we have like really some mm, measurable, countable, repeatable case on each and every field, and it's like really filmed by somebody, and we can discuss it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, I cannot say anything about it because smooth or solid or you
Yeah,
know
yeah. Some are more hard, as if they're much older,
yeah.
and some are more like clay, and that could be naturally made from
Yeah,
from.
actually, petrified clay could also look like stone, right? So I'm talking about granite type of stones.
Yeah, yeah.
So
How can you find granite and also with sharp edges, huge ones? Some are bigger than a pig, or even bigger that show up here.
yeah, because all those white and gray type of stones look like for me like a petrified clay or something like this. So
Yeah, yeah. I even some of them I've tried to break, and they break easily, just like hard clay. And some in some parts there's more limestone. Some have more, you know, the red. What is it called? Red stones.
granite,
No, granite is the gray one.
granite is gray and red dots inside, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
so.
But
It's
this
like
one is more more red, and it's a bit softer, so it's almost as if it's petrified. So does it come from down under somewhere? Do they travel?
yeah, of
Do
course.
they
So
move somehow?
this kind of proves that there is no gravity, in fact, and so that the pressure
So
and
there's some kind of, density or something. I don't know.
yeah, density, in fact.
Here's some red stuff. Some some of the red stones. I forgot the name of it. The stone. But you see these close to many where farmers have their land. So either it's been 100 years ago, or they moved the land, and maybe they're growing some trees, and then you see in the woods you have piles of these, and some it's been starting to grow around them, but uh, And you see, they're all different. Here, I saw this in the woods in a place I went to. And also these, and there are piles all over. And then there you have these fields where they sow and harvest. So, and here as well. This is what they get every time they plow.
Now the great
And
explanation
these are
would be,
huge.
in fact, that those maybe in some areas those stones could be the ruins. Why
Could
not?
be, yeah.
So ruins
You
of
see
some
this in the woods
construction.
and right next to where they're harvesting. And I see these.
So
Like today, I was out driving, and I can't stop because I had friends, and But I've seen even more of this. I see it every week. I see lots of this. And in the beginning, a couple of years ago, when I started looking, so I have more images of this. But I just thought I'd just make a short one and just throw out the questions so people. And it was interesting. Some people wrote in the comment section. They were also farmers of some sort. I'll just repeat this. So I'm gonna see. Hi, Carlos. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tommy. I just have to catch up here. Hi, everyone. Yeah, they were called in Australia. They were called, I think, floaters because they float up. Have you heard that name?
no, probably. Martin, hello.
Is it Martin L?
Tommy Rogers, hello.
Hi, Martin. Yay.
Yeah, I don't know, really the interesting question. So who
This is,
knows? Who
sorry?
knows? Who knows? The origin of those stones is very interesting, in fact.
Yeah,
And it could be different in many cases. So
yeah.
it's like the coins, right? They find those coins, ancient coins, in like half a meter cultural layer and different dates. So it's like they say, oh, so where's the mud flood? If we find different dates of different coins in the same cultural layer, and people like trying to answer like, well,
Hmm.
of course you
Yeah.
can find them because the stones are pushing up, and the coins are also pushed up by the earth. So this is why just traveling up. Once you get it buried, all those rocks, stones, and coins are raising each year, and this is what it actually what we see with stones, and that's why those bounty hunters or whatever how you call it, uh, people with those scanners finding
Yeah, yeah.
so finding all those metal scanners and all this stuff, and they find those coins on the same cultural layer, different ages. This kind of proves that it's not working on at all if you don't believe in what the stones are raising actually what in this phenomenon. Then you have to admit that no cultural layer working at all. There is no cultural layer because you find the stones at the same period of time. Or you have to admit that they are actually raising just like stones.
Yeah. But like I think we said, I think there's so many different, so many answers to the same question. There are ruins, and so it is very. it's a big question that, well, sometimes I guess we can't get the answers to everything, but it's a very exciting topic.
Yeah, of course. And I wanted to show a picture of a giant from Iraq
Yes,
with the
please.
with the line, but I can't because
You can't. Okay.
I cannot because it's not working. I cannot just press the button share. No, no share button. Share button is erased on my computer. I don't
Wow.
have it. Yeah.
Are you being?
So,
You know?
we have a guy,
Yeah.
huge guy from Iraq. It's like a giant, and he's like holding a line with his hand, and it has like some type of a watch or something like this, or maybe a bracelet, and it has like a round something. Looks like an Apple
Yeah.
uh, iWatch or whatever. So smartwatches, but they're actually not because those guys they knew what time it is actually.
Yes.
So they knew literally what time it is, and they knew what time it is actually, and they used those watches to be an anchored, like an anchor of the ship. You know what's the anchor of the
Yeah. Yeah.
ship? So to be anchored in this specific reality. So like they could appear, do whatever they want to do, like help people, kick some ass, maybe conquer, maybe kill somebody, I don't know, catch
Yeah.
somebody, and they just press the button and they not. So the time is the anchor for this world. So it's
Oh.
like you can anchor with the time in a specific reality. This is what they are, hiding from all these science, because they say time is a fourth dimension. Time is not a fourth dimension. Time is our like GPS. So if you tell me what time it is, you actually are already located. So
Hmm.
it's not a big deal to find you. And this is why this world has this effect of globe position and globe navigation. Like it's working okay because it's due to the time and due to effect of the time. So it's like bending the reality. And we have the flat surface, but we have a navigation that works
Yeah.
on a globe. So on a globus, at least in the northern hemisphere, it works. So it's like the pilots admitting that we follow the shortest path, and we like appear in the same destination, although it seems impossible because we know they are not like doing exactly. There's no curvature and it's nothing like this. So they're like no, not bending any noses, and they all admit it, and they say we are not diving that deep in the nose while we're flying. So they like people put the iPhone and all this, programs that level during the flight and picture filming this all this flight with time lapse. So it's like the level is the same. So now nobody is dipping the nose, nobody is adjusting the flight towards the curvature or something like this. So
Yeah.
it's impossible. So only the time, the last frontier of our science that is
Hmm.
not actually researched. So only the time can bend all this space, whatever you call it. So that's why we see all these uh, arches in the sky when we
Hmm.
look. We see some strange arches like rainbows and all this stuff. It's due to the time because time is bending our perspective.
Yeah.
It's like we had a book of brothers Strugatsky, and there's actually an argument between the concave.
Can you can you post the? Sorry. Can you post the uh, that image in your in your thread,
Where?
in your on your YouTube thread, on your what is it called, that page?
Okay.
discussion page.
Let's
So
see
maybe we can check that out.
if we have it.
You can send a link to that or something.
No, you can just go to my Instagram and find all these pictures everywhere.
I
So
should.
it's like,
I've been wanting to check out your Insta. What's
uh, it's like okay, if you go to my main
it's
channel page, you go to the Instagram and on the banner in the right,
oh yeah.
like Facebook, PayPal, Instagram. Oh, and I have Instagram there. So I
Yes.
cannot, share anything. In fact, well, I don't know what's
I
happening.
found you.
Yeah, you can, open my pictures.
I might have to make a video with your stuff.
Yeah. So it's like very when I want to do it fast, I put it on Instagram. So it's like connected to Facebook and it immediately cross post it to Facebook. So it's like very easy way to share those pictures. And so it's like throughout search through the Reddit, Facebook, where else?
Yeah.
I'm monitoring Reddit and Facebook on Mudflat. So it's like whatever I find, I if I find it very interesting, I post it there. So let's see if guys have any questions in the chat. Uh,
Yeah. Are you gonna tell us? Are you gonna tell us that you're an agent? Just kidding.
I am, of course, I was I was a huge agent.
Because I
I
was
was
told
a huge,
before that you were
huge
an
agent.
agent.
I was
You're a secret agent.
catching guys for corruption. So it was back when I quit. It was back in 2005, 2006 was probably less cases when I was working on this profession. In 2007, I quit the job after I have had a vacation. I made up my mind, so it's like parasitic way of life. So it's like I probably even remember what I read. I read a book of Enoch or something like this at
Yeah.
that time. So it impressed me very much. So it's like, oh no, parasitic way of life, parasitic way of life. Oh, so and I quit this parasitic way of life.
Yeah.
But in fact, this is not. Everything else is also parasitic way of life. So
YouTube is.
YouTube is parasitic way of life. So
Yeah, I was talking to a friend. He also has seen some of your stuff, and today, and you know, when people, yeah. Also, before when I was sharing the video, it was so embarrassing because I had the only reason I had liked my own video because it was 33 likes, and I'm like, that's so typical YouTube. They're always, playing with numbers. So then I put a like just to make it into 34. And then when I was screen sharing, so everybody saw me that I had liked my own video. So that was,
um,
but it's on me. you, I don't care.
don't bother. So it's
It
like,
was a chill video, so it's
yeah,
everyone
I
knows
went to
now.
the movie actually today. It was called something like Atana or something like this about the girl,
Yeah,
cyber girl,
yeah.
uh, half human, half cyber.
Okay.
Very interesting messages there. So it's like, if you haven't watched it,
Hmm.
it's like right now it's premiering worldwide. So probably,
What was the name again?
let's see. I have to find it.
That's okay.
It's when you don't care about the name, you just watch the movie.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like they have a factory with the number 33 on the entrance.
yeah,
It's like very interesting factory. Factory was given a license for cyborgs for hunt headhunters or whatever, those who finding guys and killing them. So it's like very
yeah,
interesting
yeah.
information. Um, Alita. It's called Alita.
Alita, I'll check it
The
out.
Fight Angel, something like this. Fighting Angel or whatever. So it's like combines all this information that we've been talking about since we have the civilization, and they also had the city above them, which was hanging in some strange technology nobody even known
Yeah.
what kind of technology, and the city still levitating in the sky. And what they were gathering the garbage that they were throwing from the sky, and they were collecting this garbage and finding some decent stuff and
Wow.
mixing, creating robots and cyborgs and all this stuff. And he found this girl in the garbage
Hmm.
and recreated her body.
Trash. Just kidding.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
Even my wife liked this movie, so
Oh, I must see it then.
yeah, she said like, "Oh, I thought that it would suck," but no.
Oh, interesting. There was a film a few years ago called Upside Down, I think.
Yeah, something like this. So
And it
the
was a world.
idea is the same. So
Yeah,
it's like they were living down and
yeah.
looking up.
They had some kind of quote unquote gravity that changed once they went to the other side.
Mm.
And so it was a double world, and it was like the elite lived on the top, and the poor
Yep.
were living with chemtrails and darkness, and they were sick and had no. So it was almost as
Yeah.
above, so below.
Yeah, the idea was like Elysium, also the same idea with the Matt Damon as a cyborg who's like trying to get up there and kick some ass there. So it's like the idea is pretty much the same. Hunger Games is the same. So it's like small locations where people live okay, and the rest of territory is completely wasted, and people like kill for food and stuff
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like the same. So it's all the same. But this one has one great idea about like what if we like are in the transition period.
Yeah.
So like those who are up there, we call it the heavens. Okay, so it's
Mhm.
like our gods and I don't know ancestors or whoever who have right now the technology to be there, to stick around there, not here, stick around there. And
Mhm.
like they have this technology and they look at us like we are not good enough to be there. Like
Mhm.
pretty much the same as it is of that movie. So like watching us and controlling us, and if they were so okay there, very good persons, and they really could influence to for everything, it would be okay. But they are not influencing the stuff, so it's like a boiling pot of all these cultures, races, mixes, wars, Illuminati's, Mason games, all these religions and all this stuff. So it's like a boiling pot. No, nobody influencing this kitchen. It's crazy kitchen, Hell's Kitchen, whatever you call it. So I don't know. Are they actually good there?
Mhm.
So
If
it's
you
like
see,
a cargo cult. We're thinking that it's heaven, and it's actually maybe one of the ships that is.
maybe they are throwing the dirt and the water on us when there's a flood.
Yeah, we're like isolated cell with the flush, where they flush
Yeah,
their
they flush us
uh,
every 200 years.
flush their toilets, and everybody say, "Hey, navigate,"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so very interesting
There was when
information.
priest he I went to this kind of German church, and they read once, and anyway they read uh, the Lord's Prayer with instead of heaven they say the heavens, and I thought that was beautiful, somehow interesting. And then I asked him, but why do you say the heavens? And he was like, whoa, because it's beautiful or something. He didn't really know the answer to that.
Like they having something, so
Yeah,
they
the heavens
they
instead of
have the
Father
technology. So
who art in the heavens instead of Father who art in heaven or something.
Heaven is the possession, right? So like,
So he said plural heavens instead of one heaven. He said heavens as if there are many heavens.
yeah,
But,
probably different. If they
yeah,
expand this idea
if you look
about
at
different cities.
yeah, the different angel how do you say hierarchies hierarchies? No, the different levels of different. There are different kinds of angels. How do you say? You have the archangels, and then you have the archangelo, and you have all those different names for different types of angels. But if you look at the archangels, they have swords or weapons, so they're probably at least half human somehow, and something else. But they have weapons. That's interesting. They have
Yeah,
swords.
the battle between the
Well,
angel
in the images, I haven't met them, but
and archangels. So it was the battle that was described in the Bible, like when the Lucifer came to God and said, like, I don't want to be under your command anymore, and we have a right there. God said to Michael, like, go ahead and kick them out of here. So Michael and his archangels kicked the Lucifer and his angels down on earth, and so he became the owner of the world. And this is what Bible like tells us. Also, something like this is uh, in ancient Greek mythology, when we have Prometheus that is
yeah.
coming to Zeus and telling him, look, Zeus, I want to give people some fire. So fire is knowledge, the illumination, and Lucifer is also the illumination. And people speculate this, like saying Lucifer is not the Satan itself. Lucifer is like a good guy who was trying to bring us the fire or the enlightenment or illumination. But look what these Illuminatis are doing right now.
Mm.
So it's
So I
like,
believe in both Lucifer. Not that I believe in, but
so we cannot mix like two questions. Who was Lucifer and what Illuminati is doing right now? Illuminati is doing nothing good, right?
right.
So probably if they are using this Lucifer brand and all this CNI and all this stuff, like all this Morning Star or whatever you call it, Venus stuff, Phoenicians, it's all connected. It's all the same. It has all the same root from Lucifer, from this Morning Star,
Hmm.
and Lucy in the Sky of
Yes.
Beatles, all
But
good.
also, there were two fallen angels. Um, it is Ahriman and Lucifer. So you have the two-folded tongue. You have two
Yeah,
two
probably we
tongues.
have like even three. So if we can
Well,
discuss
if you
about
narrow it down to more, if you look at it as if, for instance, if you're a balanced person and you are good or in a good place, then you're not like you're not dominating somebody, you're not being a tyrant, you're not being a bullier. That's one quality of evil. But the other quality can also be if you're full of fear or shame. It's the other side of your character defects, so to speak. So, but if you're in the middle and you're balanced, then you're like in peace, or you have serenity, or you're in love. You're do you understand where I'm going? So so if you just narrow it down to two qualities, for me, then it's very logic to have these two this.
I mean, all these
Yeah.
qualities, all these judgments, what's good or wrong. I think it's all first declared in Bible because in pagan, uh, we didn't have this good and evil stuff. So
Mm,
it's like all the same. So people respected winter as the symbol of change in the season, right? Winter, everything like uh, dies and stuff like this. So it's like going to sleep. Even a bear goes to sleep and stuff like this.
mm,
It's like some change. Winter is a change which is not good for
mm.
somebody because if you're not ready for the winter, you probably die,
Yeah.
right? So winter is bad in like this case, but it's actually good for those who already got prepared and they don't have nothing to do, so they like have fun all winter and like have all those stocks ready for all this winter provision and food and beverages and everything is okay. So they like party every day. So what's good and what's bad? It's like also war. For those who making money on war, it's good.
Yeah.
So it's like for their families, it's good. For the production and factories, also collecting huge amounts of sales and cash and bonuses, they're all okay and everything is good. For those cities, it's good because they paying taxes. But for somebody that gets bombed each year and each day, it's not okay, right?
Mm,
So that's why the pagans didn't, say what's good or what's bad. So it's like it was the bad thing was actually when it's you have it more than enough. So it's like then it's really bad. So when you have enough, it's okay. But when you have more than enough, or
mm.
you don't have you know, the limit, you don't
Yeah.
have the limit, it's like this is bad and you have to be punished and for this stuff and it's not was very confirmed by all those leaders of the tribes or whatever you call them, kings. So kingdom was actually not a birth right to be a king.
No, you had to be. I don't
Elect,
know. You had to be worthy, right?
and you have to be elected
Yeah, by
by
the people.
elders, and elders are those who are the heads of each family. Family consists of maybe 20, 30 people, maybe 50 people, and one elder is representing this family. So families were living in circles, and each and every family controlled some area.
Yeah.
Or the clans, they call it clans in Scotland.
But it
Where
was much better then, wasn't it?
it was fair
Because
because
people, it was like a natural election. It came from the people,
yeah,
and then it was the elders, and then so on, and you would protect your family or your town, or you know the
yeah,
yeah. Didn't you make a video about that a
yeah.
few years ago?
It was called this self-control. So it's
Yeah, I
very,
really liked that one. I remember. I
it's not
remember that.
popular. In fact, nobody watched it actually because it's very boring.
It was too good.
And it was 2 years ago, but
It's only for the shills. Just kidding. Just kidding.
for
I'm
for
sorry.
for for the FBI shield, yeah, for CIO
Yeah,
shield,
I'm also a super shill. I'm I'm joining the club. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So
just so tired of these in general. Just so I'm gonna become a troll. Oh, I already am a troll.
yeah, people actually ask one question: how does YouTube let these guys talk and speak for so long? Um, Well, if you watched my channel for this long, you would probably know that I got kicked from a media network and it was covering me for quite a while because all my channels, like I have about, right now I have about 15, I had about 20 back then.
Mm,
5 of my channels were blocked and me personally, with this Philip Druzhinin channel as my personal blog. It was marked as my personal blog in the list,
Yeah.
so that's why it's not a science category or something. Education. It's not education. It's people and blogs category. So it's not doesn't harm anybody. If you don't want to harm uh, uh, your search engine bots and just give them the message, I'm not a science or education channel. So change it on your channel if you don't want to be in a list of potential threats for YouTube algorithm. And the second thing is, please enter the YouTube partner program and please monetize your video, because if you don't monetize your video, sooner or later they're gonna kick you out.
Well, I'm that's kind of hard for me. I realized that as well, that it's much easier when people monetize, but
You don't you won't earn big money.
I
It's not
I
for
know.
money. It's just for passing through the algorithm, so they won't harm you. So because if you won't do it, you will get reduce your views will reduce, and you'll die in a couple of years. So it's like algorithm is pessimizing.
But that also is another thing, because I'm more of a I don't know. That means I would have to put out my name and my
Why do
you
you want
know,
to do that? Why do
no,
you
no, not on this channel, but for YouTube.
No,
I already pissed them off.
you have to do the AdSense login. It's AdSense just do whatever name you want to do. They don't check your name, and they'll send you the pin code at the address you type. So this is the only problem. Get the pin code from that address and just put the code in this message box, and you confirm your channel this way. So it's very easy. You don't have to collect the money from the AdSense. Let them stick there if you don't want to, show your credit card or whatever. So just don't do it.
Yeah.
But you pass the algorithm if you have the dollar index on your video. It doesn't harm you very much, but they'll pass you out.
Yeah. I've had other channels before, and those buttons, just like your sharing button, didn't work uh, when you were going to do the screen share. Remember when you couldn't screen share today?
I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's just have to reinstall my browser or whatever, or
But
maybe
that's
this
so
is the wrong.
typical YouTube, because I remember when I had another channel.
It's Google, and Google
Yeah,
sucks because YouTube works perfectly. This is Google Hangout. Google Hangout is the dropped project. They dropped it way long ago that you can imagine. It's like
but they still
5 years.
listen to you if you speak. If you use it, if you speak to other YouTubers or people through Hangouts, you can hear there's sound in the background as if somebody's listening almost every time.
Yeah, it's Google. Google does it. YouTube doesn't. YouTube is a commercial project. They don't care about Google. They like fighting each other. But Google is like octopus. It's like surrounding YouTube. It's like you know, it's like massaging it potentially to like suck some more money from it. How to get some more data from the people and stuff like this. So it's like Google is doing all this stuff.
Hmm.
YouTube is way better than Google. That's why you won't find a single person in YouTube. You cannot contact anyone.
Hmm.
Only if you have like 100K subscribers. That's when you get a personal manager working with you. If you have less than 100K subscribers, you don't have a personal manager.
Hmm.
This is the problem.
You only have 85 to go.
Those subscribers, it doesn't really matter because they can each and every year they create those algorithms that they clean your subs, and so
Yeah.
this year I one of my channels with the 300K subscribers got a cleanup for 35K.
Oh, is it one of your Russian channels?
Yeah, one of my Russian channels got a cleanup for more than 10%. So it's like very interesting. So I think sometimes it's just the people not dropping the accounts. So like they buying the smartphone,
Mm-hmm.
logging into Play Market with some Google account, and also downloading the YouTube because it's an app on Android and all this stuff. So it's like okay, and they log in with this account. They subscribe to you, then they drop the smartphone in a year or two. They just forget about this account. They
Hmm.
you know so that's why this is a whole bunch of people like raising each year, but the system still works. So it's like one of the largest video hoster in the world.
Yeah, that's why I'm sticking to. I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube.
Actually, Facebook is trying to catch up on video. Probably this and next year they're gonna
Mm.
make some service also for authors. They already have this program post
But
on.
VK is growing.
VK sucks. Nobody is watching it anymore. So it's like uh,
Not even Russians. I thought it was very big in Russia.
it was big, but now it sucks. So it's like I think the Facebook is more effective than the VK. So it's like when you have no commercial background and your ads don't sell and they don't earn you the leads. So it's like generating the leads towards your customer service when they have potential clients telephones. This is called lead. So this lead leads to potential purchase. So that's why leads are so expensive. And the ads count effectiveness is counted by leads.
Mm.
So if you don't have a very good effectiveness on VK, it's gonna be probably dead in a couple of years. So it's like a huge project. They copied Facebook totally, and they got the majority of Russians subscribed on it, and some other countries. But right now it's blocked in Ukraine. It has cut off this market like a huge part of it, at least 40 million people,
Mm.
and it has suffering in Russia also already. So it's like not working good. But the Telegram is the best. So use the Telegram if you haven't used it. It's way more effective than Skype and everything else. So it's like very nice one.
Mm. Hmm. You know this guy Carlos Russo. I love his comments.
So
I also want to say, well, one for the record, uh, I answer most people as often as I can, and I even give them, likes and shit. But uh, they don't seem. Most people seem to never get my replies. Uh, so just if you want to check your comments, do check them. I do actually reply most of the time, so I've noticed that.
Jack's Dreaming is a channel. Also great person.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Jax.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us today. I think we had a nice topic bringing out. So probably when I get something done with this software, I probably make a just download this paid software so I can broadcast via it, not the Hangout. It's just my personal computer here at home. That's why it doesn't have any good, decent programs to for broadcasting. We have a you know routine broadcasting like twice or three times a day, each day on other channels. So we have this software, so I probably have to just download it and pay for it here. Okay, thanks a lot for joining us today, and
Thank you so much.
subscribe to Matt's channel. It's very good information and has very nice pictures and very nice views on the topic. So Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, see you later,
Yeah,
guys.
see you later. Bye.
Bye.